Okay. All right. So is it glitchy looking? Or am I tripping? It does look a little, I don't know what it looks like. Yeah. My screen looks crazy. Can you guys see? It looks so like if somebody was high, you know? High on what? I don't know. Um, Let me see if I can get a glasses wiper. Hold on. Because I don't like how my screen is what it's giving. Giving hazy. It's giving not what I wanted to. See if I could fix it without doing something clumsy like I just did just now. Okay. Okay. No, hopefully that looks better. Looks dreamy. Hey, fellas. Yeah, it looks better now. Okay. I think it was on greasy time because you know how it is sometimes when you eat with your phone in your hand and you be swiping and then on top of that, I be greasy sometimes. I be wearing that little, Vaseline stuff sometimes. So yeah, makes for a greasy person. But anyway, or oily, I should say, oily. Hey Mars. Happy Sunday, everybody, ladies. So I have the names of everyone on the list in the chat. If you scroll up, maybe you don't have to scroll up too far. It should be like right there, like bang, boom, right there for you. All right, so let's go ahead and tap in. Y'all know, like Sunday, I try to squeeze in some lives if I can, because my Mondays, my schedule Monday through Friday, I work nights, so kind of hard to maintain that sometimes, especially like when you get off work, you're like, oh. So Thursdays, I try to keep that alive. And of course, our Fairy Fridays. But if I ever have time to do a mini love read, I'll try to squeeze it in, like maybe on an off day on a Monday. If not, then Sunday if I can. So we'll see because my schedule will be 1 hour earlier soon. So maybe, but we'll see how I feel. But other than that, welcome everybody. Happy Sunday. Let's get into the reads. Hey, Monica. Greetings. Happy Sunday. I know that some of you guys, it's like your Sunday is almost over, depending on where you are in the world. And some of us got to go to work tomorrow. So, got to enjoy that Sunday night while we still have it, okay? Okay. So, let's see. The list is still open, by the way, if anyone's interested. We have a pretty decent sized list here, so let's try to make it count. All right. All right. So, Brianna, you are first on the list. Right. What time is it? It says 4 minutes. Okay. All right. That's Brianna. Let's get your reading. Mm-hmm. Okay. For a singles read, I got you, sis. I got you. Okay. It's 9 over there where you're at. Dang. I appreciate you for being here. Shoot, you didn't have to because I know it's kind of late. Hey, Tawanda. But some of us be up like late. I know I do sometimes. I have to remind myself, like, girl, you got to get up. I don't in the morning. I don't know what you're doing. Like, why are you still up? I got to remind myself of that sometimes. I am a night owl. All right. Brianna, singles message. Singles. What do you need to know? As a single, what do you need to know? Thank you, Divine Spirit, for divine wisdom, truth, and clarity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I haven't used these cards in so long. Going with the flow, slowing down, the source, the master, and healing. All right. Bottom of the deck, you have the creator. Okay. So right now, I feel like you're at a good place. Like where you're being encouraged right now the most, it feels like it's kind of like this steady pace. Like you're not in a, not like a haste energy. It's not a rushy energy. Let me move these up because I can't even see them. You can see these cards. I don't know if you can see them. Hopefully, yeah, okay. Hopefully you can see these a little bit better. But yeah, so your energy is actually in a good space when it comes to your singleness. Like there's no push or no rush. Like you're right where you're supposed to be. And like, you know, the tortoise I'm noticing in the slowing down card is very close to their promise. It may seem like things are like not progressing in a pace that you would want or that you would prefer, or it may seem like it's been a very long time, like things have been um a long journey for you when it comes to love, but it's like you're very close to that promise. That tortoise is so close to that rainbow, that promise, that blessing. Like almost he could smell it. It's right there. Um so the blessing is like within the going with the flow, just kind of relax. Like that person and going with the flow seems like they're just floating on, floating in the water, the ocean, and they're just laid back, like trusting where the water is taking them. Like, so that could be an emotional energy as well. Like a suggestion I feel like from spirit, being in that state of like emotionally just like, you know what, I'm flowing. Like some days will be good days for me. Some days I might be excited, optimistic about where I am in life or with love. And then sometimes I'm over it. I don't want to even think about love. And sometimes I'm like overly passionate, excited, emotional, feeling the love. And then some days I'm numb. Some days I might be like, I'm happy where I am. And some days I might yearn for a person, just going with the flow of how you feel and not judging that. And just pacing yourself on your journey, because I feel like you're in alignment with this. Like the vision that divine source has, it's a bright one. It's a bright future. Um, Kind of looks like someone's eye, like an iris, but it looks like a solar iris. Like, so I feel like this is a positive energy and vision. With the master, there is a master plan to all of this. And I feel like deep down inside, that MasterCard is giving Hermit energy. I don't remember exactly what this card is, but it is giving kind of Hermit like a yogi type of vibe from him. Then you have healing. So spirit may be healing your heart chakra right now. Like spirit doesn't want you to stress and worry about how is this going to happen and when is it going to happen? Who is it going to be with? Those questions that we want to know when it comes to love, like who, when, where, how. um that's They want you to like be centered in and present with what's going on emotionally with you. So there could be a strong focus around the heart chakra and healing around that area. um your energy, I feel like, when it comes to, and not to mention a person, but I do have to mention what I'm getting. So I know you didn't ask about anyone, but I do feel I'm more so getting like whoever your person is, like your person's heart chakra may be getting worked on as well. You may assist each other and help each other when it comes to trust and your faith in love. Like you guys might help each other. Like it might be a hands-on type of healing together. Let's see. Single message for Brianna. Singles message for Brianna. Perseverance and prayer. Yeah. And then isolation at the bottom of the deck. So you have I believe that's a sacral chakra. Yeah, sacral chakra and solar plexus card and a throat chakra card. So those energies are very potent as well when it comes to maybe sometimes you might want to give up. You might feel like your best is not enough when it comes to love, to the point like you might be in an emotional state right now where it's like, I don't even know if I want to continue this journey sometimes. Like it might be that energy. With the prayer card is almost like to me, what I'm getting from this is like when life hands you lemons, type of that saying, when life hands you lemons, you make lemonade. Like you make something sweet out of something seemingly sour, right? Something that is seemingly unfortunate. Like you can turn something positive out of it. So instead of looking at your circumstances from that place of like, I could easily be bitter or upset over this, but I choose to be grateful. I choose to try to see the light in every situation. See the beauty in it. See the nurturing in this. Like how can I find something that's healthy and wealthy from this situation where I'm at right now? Um because you will be relaxing, like your prayer, whatever you're asking for, like spirit is almost like saying relax in the sun, like chill, lay back and enjoy it, because when it does come, you're going to appreciate it way more. You're going to appreciate it way more when it does come. It's not going to feel, and it's also a balance of when you're content and enjoy where you are, or you make the most of where you are in spite of the things that you desire haven't coming into place yet. When it does happen, when that blessing does come, you're not overly obsessed over it or worshiping it or placing it on this pedestal, because and not to say that it won't mean as much, but it's not going to hold this place or space in your life where, like, when it does come, it's like this is everything, and if I lose it, or God forbid something doesn't go my way with what I desire, or it changes or switches, that, oh, that was my everything, now I'm just broken in shattered pieces. Instead, it's like a healthy balance of I'm grateful for where I am right now, and the blessings that are coming in, I'm receptive and grateful for them already when they do come. So I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna pull one more card. Delicate balance. And it says strike a balance between freedom and commitment, boundaries, give and take. So same thing, kind of what I was getting, like being able to find that balance between where you are and enjoying it and being in that place of just the flow, the lighthearted energy, but also, being okay with not feeling it some days, not being always optimistic some days, and but still staying on the journey, still showing up, still committing to yourself to love. But the most important person that you have to commit to is yourself, and then children, and then of course when your partner comes, that commitment as well stands. But your commitment with yourself is the most important commitment in relationship that you have, and of course with God source. But your relationship with yourself, every connection around that, when you commit and devote yourself to yourself, you can show up for other commitments and relationships around you, and things that you are committing yourself to, whether that's your wellness and health, whatever way that looks like for you, however you channel that energy. So I hope that makes sense. And I'm sending much love to you, sis. Okay. So yeah, and I forgot to mention, because I use this often, like this example often, but like when it comes to the person that you want, let's say like it's a tailored fit suit, like no one else, almost like a Cinderella slipper, there's no one else that could fit that shoe or fit the suit But sometimes we like when we try to place the fit onto someone that doesn't fit it, whether it's too big or too small for that person. And then you have to readjust it and cut away at it. And it's almost like the thing that is for you, the person that is just right for you. Not saying that they're perfect in a sense of flawless, like they have no problems and they're just this robotic human clone. No, they're still a human, they're still a person, but someone that is fit for you, compatible for you and you for them. And if you try to place someone that doesn't fit that into that suit, this person, what you're going to find is like, okay, I have to adjust this, or I have to make this person minimize themselves, or they would have to adjust something about themselves in order to fit this. And that is how you know that it's not a match, right? It's not a fit. So like if the prince was going around in the kingdom with this glass slipper trying to just put it on anybody and just like, oh, I know her foot is a little bit too small, but she'll do. She cute. Or her foot might be too big, but I'm gonna force this on her, even if it hurts her. She's not a match, right? But instead of saying, no, I'm not going to stop here and settle until this that matches, which fits me, which is compatible, which is in alignment with me, fits good. I'm going to continue to be open and receptive, you know? So that's what I'm getting from that. So the isolation, as you feel, is not like a punishment sometimes. Like people look at singleness sometimes as a punishment, and it's not a punishment at all. It's a very useful time if it's what you make it. And some people think, and it's so funny that single season people take that as like a time to like date around. And sometimes your single season is not meant to hop on the next bus. Sometimes it's just meant to like explore what's around you, your life, your journey, take life experience in rather than like, oh, I'm about to hop on another bus. Let me hop on this. Let me get into another relationship or situation. You know what I mean? So singleness is really about your time with yourself, you know, and enjoying that experience and just letting it be. And sometimes it's not always an enjoyable experience, but it's the journeys of life with anything. So I hope that was helpful, maybe helpful to others as well. So much love to you, sis. I appreciate you. Thank you. I hope you enjoy your Sunday. Relax. So let's go ahead and we're going to go down to Miss Monica. All right, let's get your time stamp, sis. I can't see where today. 17:58. Okay, let's do 18 minutes. Hey, Mel. Yeah, it's still open. If you're interested, it is open. The list is on. All right, Miss Monica. Let's see what you got, sis. Let's see. Where we at? Okay. What does your divine partner slash future spouse want you to know right now? Why is this person still reaching out to you? Damn. Why are they acting like that? Why are they being desperate? No, I'm just saying. Yeah, interesting. Well, I will say this. Let's keep this in mind now. It is Venus retrograde right now, if I'm not mistaken, or we're about to get into Venus retrograde. So, hey, Rosie, how are you? Hey, sis. Let's not forget that we are we are in a Venus retrograde or getting there. So, hey, you know how that go. I had an ex trying to follow me on Facebook. I'm like, Ninja, like, I'm so past this. This is high school, literally high school shit. Like, I'm so past this shit with you. Like, you really traumatized me. I would never, and like, I wouldn't wish nobody dating that ninja on my worst enemy. Okay, that's somebody I would never go back to, child. They couldn't pay me $1 million to date him. That's how bad it is. Like, that is how bad it is. You cannot pay me to date that motherfucker ever again in life. It just would never happen. Goodness. The shit. I'm telling you, that ninja couldn't touch me if his dick was like a mile long. Like you wouldn't like you'd have to be just that far away from me. Like just don't touch me. I'm not even playing. All right. Yes, the ex. I'm glad you're doing good, Rosie. Yeah, like it's like y'all are tripping. I just can't even fathom it. I just can't for the life of me. Like, what would make this motherfucker think that I would even give him the time of day? Like, I just don't get it. Oh God. Yeah, yeah. Maybe back like when I was like 16, 17, even 18, you couldn't tell me that he wasn't my person. Like that's how bad it was. Like the trauma and the just it was really bad. I had to give my little self a hug, like sis, like if you only knew, like girl. All right, divine partner, future spouse. What do you want? Okay. Change, suppression. Let's move this up here. Postponement, thunderbolts, ripeness, aloneness. Your person has a lot of major arcana cards. So this, of course, I feel like this is their like highest energy, highest self essence. So you feel that, yeah, it happens. Like when you like heal certain parts of yourself and you outgrow certain things, you look back and be like, what the fuck was wrong with you? Like, what were you thinking? But yeah, I feel like you're a person, they might be going through a massive change that's kind of heavy. Like they might feel the pressure, to release what they need to. And it's almost like they might hold space for you in a sense like if my person was going through this right now, you know, I would have this space of compassion and understanding for them as they go through it. Their life, they might be depressed. Like this person, you see how where they're at is kind of colorless, and then outside of that window, outside of their vision, it's more colorful. So right now they may not be in the best space, not the best headspace right now. But I feel like this person is going through a process of awakening where maybe certain things that aren't for them are breaking off of them. Uh-oh. I might have to refund one. I don't know if there's a way to cancel. I would have to just refund it. Yeah, I'll check for you, Mel. But yeah, I feel like your person may want you to have like a little patience with yourself as well. Like, because it almost feels like you and your person could be going through the same thing at the same time. Yeah, you both could be going through the same thing at the same time. So it might be slightly different, but there's some sort of shift that's happening where there's things that no longer are for you both that's been maybe keeping you down, holding you in a certain timeline or space that you're ready to outgrow or you've been outgrown, certain thoughts or beliefs or patterns that may be deeply rooted, you're breaking those off of you. And they're doing the same with themselves. And it shows like the growth, like I feel like both of you are kind of mirroring each other because I almost can't separate because I can clearly tell like okay this is your person, but at the same time it's almost something relatable for you too, like in your own experience with theirs. Um, okay, let me see. Oh, I see it. Um, I don't, I don't know. Okay, yeah. So they might be going through this. It's necessary though because you got the aloneness card is the hermit in this deck. So that aloneness may be like they have to be in this space with themselves right now where they can't really give to anything romantic. And maybe it's not time for them to try to start new in other areas right now either, just in general, because there's something that they need to break first. It's like you can't plant new seeds, these fruits and vegetables. You can't plant these things when there's other sicknesses around in your garden or like weeds or things like that. It's like this has to be removed, extracted, released. And it feels like it's a mental thing for this person. Why they want you to know this, I'm not sure. It's interesting. Yeah, but that's what I'm getting as far as like their message to you. It's like they want you to know, like, even if you are to go through something similar, because you both may be going through an awakening, a heavy shift of change, where parts of yourself is not coming with you to your next journey. This one body is so interesting. It's like one body, but it's two people falling from this. It kind of looks like a Buddha like energy to me, and it has like all these, like all chakra points are inflamed, so there could be like a kundalini awakening. You and your person could be kind of mirroring each other in your journey, like the shifts that you're going through may be quite similar. Interesting. Okay. I wouldn't be that surprised, because that's how, if you're asking about divine connections, divine unions, like that would make sense, that there's going to be some level of mirroring. And then look, when I shuffled the deck, the lovers was at the bottom. All right. That's weird. Melody, I do show it's pending. That's weird. It says pending for review. Yeah, I think you have to leave it like that because I can't do anything. I don't even think I can refund it because it's still pending. That's weird. Yeah, because it's only showing one payment went through. So until that happens, like if it doesn't go back to you, I'll just refund it to you once it's done pending. I'm not sure how long it takes though. Okay. So your other question The other question is in relations to why has this person been trying to reach out to you? Like, what's up with them? Why they been trying to reach out to you so badly? What's wrong? Why is this person still reaching out, Spirit? Like, what's up with them? Make it clear, make it plain. Make it clear, make it plain. Why is this person? Make it clear. Make it clear, make it plain. Why is this person still reaching out to Monica? Mm. Makes sense. They really got a card called schizophrenia in this deck. I'm weak. Like I haven't used this deck in so long. I had this deck for years. Like I forgot about that card. That's the Two of Swords in this deck. So you have the outsider, morality, understanding, clinging to the past, and schizophrenia. Um, you might be very clear on what you think and how you feel about this person, but you go back and forth with it though. Like, oh well, what if I'm just being this or that? Like there's something about how you perceive you should handle it, but the truth is though, the truth is that this person, they do feel like they're an outsider in your life. They feel like they don't have that access to you that they once did. And this is like a typical ex thing. The exes that don't want nothing, because I don't feel like there's anything really that this person genuinely really, there's no need for them to come back into your life other than they just don't have that access to you. Um, yeah, like they don't feel like they have the access to you that they used to. They may even feel as though, they're blind to certain things, like their ways, maybe certain things that they've done to you that just not were not cool. Like this person may have treated you a certain way, kind of kept you stuck, kept you blind, not really clear, or may have kept you in confusion, insecurities, doubt, like just being stuck in a cycle, in a loop with this person, really. So one of the things I feel like that this person is coming to realize is that you're better off without them, but that doesn't mean that they don't want to try and still try to see what's up, or still try to see if there's a way that they can come in, because I do feel like this person knows that you're no longer, stuck on them. Your energy is light. I feel like your person is, or the person that you're asking about, excuse me, they're still stuck in the past themselves. Like they haven't freed themselves of the things that they need to. So it's almost like if you were to entertain this, it would just pull you back in because this person has not grown. They have not changed and shifted in a way that would be healthy to be connected to them again, if that makes sense. So it's almost like if you think about this past situation, you'll feel that kind of that dis-ease, that discomfort, that reminder of confusion that you felt, the roller coaster ride, that this person may have put you on. And this person is in a cycle. This person might be like kind of stressed out too at the fact that you're not entertaining them, because I feel like this person needs to be entertained. This person, they don't know how to just be with themselves. They don't know how to just sit and reflect or just be in their own presence, their own life. They have to have something outside of them to keep them entertained, keep them going in a way that's like distracting. They need distractions in their life. And these distractions, I feel like, may keep this person in a loop of stress, keep this person in a loop of drama. So like the more they avoid, the more they're in this dance with themselves. It's like the more heavy it is. This person's energy feels kind of heavy to me. But other than that, the simple answer to this, why this person is still trying to reach out to you, is because they feel like an outsider. They want to come back in, they want to see what's up. But there's nothing constructive or healthy, behind, like, if they were to come in, if you let them in, because the gate is locked on them. If they were able to come in, they would, but what would they contribute? You know what I mean? This person is going to leave you in that state of confusion and like going back and forth with yourself. Who wants to go back to that? I don't think so. Yeah, but long story short, that's why they don't want nothing. They don't want a damn. Okay. All right, Monica, that was your reading, sis. I hope that was helpful or insightful, maybe even confirmation. Because, and again, that Venus retrograde energy is like, it's going to play a significant role with a lot of these exes energies. Whether they come back physically or just like the reminder of them, I wouldn't be surprised. So Mars, Palace, Mina, Rosie, and Mel is who I have so far on the list. So Mars, let's get to your read. Your timestamp is 32:50. Let's do 33 minutes. Okay. Okay, I know I gotta go here for your question. Hold on. Find it. Uh, duh, duh, duh. Oh, it's right here. Okay. How is this person feeling about you right now when it comes to romance with you? Okay. Okay. Let's see. This person right now. How is this person feeling about you right now when it comes to romance with you? How is this person ask for permission to tap into both parties' energies in this connection? What does she need to know? Oop, the cards shuffle in. Bridge. There you go. How's this person feeling right now when it comes to romance with Mars? Okay. Okay. They do feel okay. It's good energy. So you have slowing down, ripeness, harmony, transformation, and the Hermit aloneness card with the Fool at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like it's a good energy. So this person, how they feel about romance with you is like they do want to take things slow. They want things to gradually progress or continue to gradually progress. I don't feel like they want to kind of force this or push this. They want it to be an organic flow to your connection. They also feel like this connection is very fruitful and abundant as well. Um, yeah, so there's an abundance to the exchange between the two of you that I feel like this person feels over time it will grow into something greater, something like a beautiful connection, something where they feel like it's healthy. And another thing too, like with the harmony card, it has two dolphins, and it's almost like they're communicating and putting something not only in his heart chakra, but also in his third eye chakra. That to me is like telepathic communication. I usually associate dolphins with divine communication, whether it's from our divine team, whether it's God's source, whether it's between a community of people. I usually see that, and this is what I'm getting from this card. So both of you guys may communicate in a way from the heart, from your soul, from your spirit, where it's not something that needs to be verbalized all the time, um, or even in just gestures or facial expressions. Like you can read each other energetically and feel each other on a level. So that's deeper than something that you can see with your naked eye. Um, so this person may feel that sense of harmony in their heart space and spiritually feeling like, okay, this is in alignment. This is something that we're tuned, you know, yeah, it's like a beautiful connection of attunement. And then with the transformation card, they may feel like it's also something that is transforming them on a deeper level. There, this energy, it has this person sitting on a lotus flower. It also has the phoenix and the ashes in the background as well. So it's like a transformation sometimes that may feel heavy at times, or like it shifts you in a way that maybe you're not always prepared, or it makes you confront the uncomfortable things, but there's also that beautiful side to it as well that comes of it. So your person may be a loner type. They might be someone that is in tune with themselves, does spend a lot of time with themselves, knows like what they want, what they feel, what they think. You know, they have a clear perspective of themselves and their path ahead. I feel like they may, still take time to like figure out what they want out of this connection and this path. This person may need that time of solitude, at times. I don't feel like this is a runner type of energy. I just feel like it's someone that does best sometimes with just sitting in their own energy, dissecting everything, discerning, you know, or even digesting things. Yeah, I believe, yeah. Because the transformation card is the death card in this deck, so that would make sense with the Scorpio reference. Yeah, the Phoenix and Scorpio. Yeah, but that seems good to me. Let's go ahead and tap into the other question. Yeah, they feel like they get something from you that is valuable, healthy. Like, when someone, like a person that gives you something that will feed your soul. It's kind of like that. So maybe you feed this person's soul like healthy things, like things that will nourish them, that revitalize them, inspire them, kind of that type of energy, if that makes sense. So let's see, what will life be like as this person's wife? Let's see, Spirit, what do you want her to know? It's an interesting question. I don't know if I've ever had anybody ask that. That's a good question. For both sides of things, like, because it will kind of reveal like people never really ask that question. What would life be like as somebody's wife or someone's husband? Like, what would that be like? That's interesting. Okay. The day in the life. Kind of like that's kind of what I'm getting. Let's see. Yeah, I've never been asked that before, I don't think. And I've never thought to even ask that for myself in certain situations. Like, interesting. Okay. What would life be like as this person's wife? Guidance, rebirth, understanding. Yeah, there's a lot of transformative energy in your connection. So with guidance, you will be someone that I feel like that will provide your person a lot of guidance and wisdom, and maybe vice versa as well. Um, that third energy, because I believe the rainbows are the pentacles in this deck. So the three of pentacles with the guidance. So there's some sort of spiritual practices maybe that you're both involved in, to where you do gather and get guidance that could be healthy to the connection or helpful, insightful. But I do feel like you guys will be, as far as being this person's wife or what it would be like, is I do see you both conversing in a way where you help each other, where you give each other guidance and wisdom, whether that's spiritual guidance and or just guidance of life, just in general, what you feel would be healthy or helpful to each other. With the rebirth card is actually the Ten of Swords in this deck, which is an interesting take on the Ten of Swords. But the woman that's merging out of this lion is like you guys may call it to each other's attention. Like, you being this person's wife means that you may very well be the one, for the most part, that calls things out in this person that they need to outgrow. And it may not be like you, I don't see it as a thing like you pointing at this person, pointing down on them like, bad boy, you're a bad person, or you need to do this, you need to do that. It's more so coming from a place of like an example or your influence or your influence, your inspiration on this person that calls out the certain things within them that may be a little low vibrational, right? Ego shit. And also maybe even calling out their greatness in them, or the need for them to be more confident, more courageous, like bring out a leadership out of them. So I do see you being a wife that has like an influence on this person in a way that is empowering for the most part, transformative for the most part. And the understanding card is like, you will be that wife that maybe helps your person out of their limitations and call them to be free, and vice versa. Because I feel like this can go both ways. Look, courage and postponement, like, yeah, you help your person see life from a more colorful perspective if they're the type sometimes that may look at things as black and white, or limitation sometimes. Like, you help this person see the other side of things in a colorful way. Like, it's not just black and white, it's not just only this way, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you help this person's sight. And I do feel like in ways this energy can go both ways. It doesn't have to just be all your energy. But being this person's wife does feel very like an inspiring energy, very um very enlightening. With the courage card, it's like the growth that comes through. Like, you'll see the growth and the blossoming. It's like the rewards of being courageous, being open hearted, not being afraid to love, not being afraid to love yourself, or whatever it is that's encouraged and the courage needed. You both are going to see the blessing in the growth of your connection. So hopefully that makes sense. Um, yeah, these cards are very, I mean, they do have love cards in here, like romantic energy in these cards too. But I do feel like a strong, like, spiritual purpose and wisdom, despondence. Yeah, it's like calling out whatever is not healthy or in alignment with someone. Like, you might be able to call out what's blocking this person, blocking their development. You may not even recognize yourself through this connection either. Like, there might be things about you that you're like, wow, like, it's a lot of progression. That's just the best word that I could gather. Okay. All right. All right. Hopefully that resonates. Okay. Yeah, it was a pretty good reading. Let's go ahead and keep it going. Says, I appreciate you. Much love. I appreciate you for donating. Thank you. All right. Let's see now. Let's see. We're at Palace. I think we're at 44 minutes. You're welcome. My pleasure. 4440. Okay. Interesting. You got 40, like 444 technically, Palace. Technically 4440. Interesting numbers. So your first question, how does this ex-boss feel about you? And your second question If you're on here, I don't know if you want to leave it on here because it cut it off. The second question is cut off in the notes. So if you don't mind. But yeah, your first question, how does your current or how does your ex boss, sorry, feel towards you? Okay. Okay, thank you. Um, let's see. Spirit, ask for divine wisdom, divine truth, and clarity. Permission to tap into both parties' energy. How does this ex boss feel towards her? How does her ex boss feel towards her? Receptivity, creativity, comparison, the master, control, beyond illusion, flowering. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. I think this is the queen, or is it the page? I can't remember which. I think it's a pentacle card though. I think this is the queen of pentacles in this deck. But anyway, so as far as this person's current feelings towards you, I do feel like this person thinks about you, um, maybe even like fantasizes or just kind of daydreams a little bit. That's their way of exploring the possibility or like playing with the idea of maybe what could be or maybe what could have been, I should say. I feel like this person sees you guys as significantly different. They feel like you do have like an energy that does bring some sort of kind of like you contribute an energy that lightens up the room, or kind of like if it's the staleness, because I love bamboos. Bamboos is one of my favorite. I love them. And I feel like they do brighten up, just like almost like a sunflower or just flowers in general. Like it really adds flavor to the environment. You know what I mean? Like it brings something to it, like a crystal, like a beautiful, having a crystal in a space where it's like, let's say for instance, it's like a completely just perfectly furnished home, but it's like kind of just like whatever, it's kind of bland. But that life is added when you put that plant or that flower in the room or that crystal in the room. And it's kind of like you add that extra touch, or you bring in something in the world, you make it more bright, where they feel like they're kind of bland, or they're just their world, their environment or something is bland, and you bring in something that's a little bit more blessed. Because bamboos to me, they do have that because they're known to be like the lucky plants or bring good luck or fortune and abundance. So I do see them as like these blessed plants. I love bamboos. They're one of my favorite. Like I can't get enough of them. I have a whole bunch of bamboo plants, like big ones, small ones, different types of bamboos. I love them. So it's just like they add this good energy. And I feel like that's how this person perceives you. Is that. And then you have the flowering card. So it's like you plant something about you. Maybe this person perceives you as someone that's always growing and changing. Um, it's also something about your appearance. I'm noticing even in this card right here, this woman. Sorry, I got a call. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, just to make sure the sound didn't knock out. Yeah, I got a call while I'm trying to read, of course. Um, Hold on, let me text her back and tell her I'll call you back. Okay. So yeah, it's like the same colorful energy, like the pinks, the greens, and the blues. It's like this beautiful, colorful energy that you radiate. So this person finds your energy very beautiful. And the creativity card is the Empress in this deck. So I feel like this person is attracted to you, or they felt that attraction. This person feels like they are maybe like kind of this stiff, boring person in some kind of way, like they're always in their head, or they overthink, or They might even be someone that's very controlled, very earthbound, where earthbound in a sense of like not seeing the beauty in earth. Like some people can live on earth but not see the beauty of it, not see the blessing in like nature and like the people that you come across and maybe old architecture or something, like being able to see the beauty in life and in the world and the earth. This person is just like really stiff and it's just like, no, this everything is black and white. It's this or it's that or blah, that kind of like playing in the rules of the conventional box. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing as far as like how they feel about you, or feel towards you. What is the let's see, your second question, you left it in the chat. So I do see that. Okay. So what is happening with your master's degree? Let's see, what is happening? What's happening? Something about appearance. Yeah, it cut out. Did you hear the rest? Because the sound got knocked out with that phone call that came through. Receptivity, awareness, the flowering card again, and healing, success. I would say, because I mean, I just got to go off of what I'm getting. I don't know the context of like what's going on with it, but it feels like if there is something that is held up, or it feels like you're not getting some sort of straightforward answer, maybe from it's like something about like an external source, like an external source, like let's say like graduation times or dates or something like that, or it's like something that feels like it's being held up or it's not a lot of information on it. um I do feel like in the end you're going to get it, with the success card being the last card of the that came out, which is the Six of Wands in this deck, success. But there is something here that I don't know if it's trying to teach you something. um Receptivity could also be a message of being receptive to something good for you. I don't understand this. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like it might help to kind of understand what the situation is that way. It's kind of like, okay, why these cards came out. Because one thing for certain, whatever is going on with it, and if it's like a held up thing situation, the outcome of it is positive though. It's successful. Hey, not yet, sis. Not yet. You're actually next. But yeah, no, I don't, not really getting like a clear message from this other than there could be some sort of lesson in being receptive and open to something good, your hard work paying off, like whatever seeds you planted, that's going to come to fruition for you. I do feel that. Like all of your hard labor and work was not for naught. You know what I mean? You also have the Nine of Ripeness, which is the Nine of Pentacles, that Queen of Pentacles card again. Um, so whatever this energy is, I do feel like it's gonna land in a positive direction for you. So I'm not getting anything that you would need to worry about or something that's not going to work out. I feel like it is. It's going to work out in a positive way for you, or you're just simply just going to get it. Yeah, I don't know if you want to fill me in. Let me know. Maybe it might help a little bit to kind of clarify it. Yeah, because I just want to make sure that makes sense. Your grade's trying to fail you. Okay. I feel like this can be corrected. I'm going to leave this card out. I'm going to reshuffle, but I feel like this is something that can be corrected because that outcome is positive. Let's see. Let's see. What's going on? This grade. Dang. Come on now. Creativity, playfulness, aloneness, the hermit, compromise, nothingness, control. Might be someone that you're going to have to, like, I don't know if it's like whoever is in charge of the grade or that graded you or something like that. There might be um someone that's higher or above them that you might have to talk to or go beyond this person that graded you. Because what I'm getting, and this energy is very weird. Like it's not straightforward at all. And I feel like I'm drawing a blank. Like it's really, I don't know why they're not really giving me these cards. This energy is not giving me like a straight like answer as to why that's happening, what's really going on with it. But for whatever reason, I feel like there's something that is going to end in your favor though. So I feel like you should pursue like whatever it is that you need to do. If there's an opportunity of something that you can do, or if they have not given you something, it's like something's being halted or stuck. There's someone that you can go through that in some kind of way can give you better, more clarity or answer, because I do feel like the ending result of it is going to be positive. But for some reason, I cannot see like in fine detail, like why. Yeah. Because it does feel like this stuck energy. Yeah. But I'm not getting like you should just be like, okay, that's it. Like, all right, whatever. I'm not getting that. There's something about pursuing someone higher. I wouldn't just be like, okay, that's my situation. That's it. Okay, whatever, accept it and just no. No. I feel like you should definitely go to someone that has a little more authority, or you might find out like who or what that is or how to proceed with that, or contact who you need to contact or whatever you need to do. Because the end result, like I said, I do feel like it's going to be positive. Because there is this stubborn energy with this compromise card right here. Compromise card in this deck is the Six of Pentacles. So there is some sort of ability to get that give and take, like something that works. Like, okay, if y'all want me to restudy this again, I'll do it if that means you give me a fair chance to retake it or whatever I need to do. It's something along the lines of that. I wouldn't just accept like, okay, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't just let it just be, you know. If there's something that can be done, I would approach it. Yeah. No, that's not fair game. Nope. I heard prove them wrong. So I don't know what that means. Prove them wrong. Shit. Cards, a lot of cards flying out. I'm like, y'all giving me all these cards, but like, what y'all saying? Three of Swords in this deck is the isolation card. So there's something about like this energy that does feel kind of like halted and stopped, but eventually ice will melt. So whatever this stagnation is, I don't feel like it's going to work or it's going to stay that way. So keep applying pressure. Yeah. Defy the expectations. Yeah. Yeah. Because I definitely heard prove them wrong. So yeah, I'm praying for you, Steph. Whatever this is trying to come up against you and all of that, we gonna burst that bubble. We gonna pop that. I don't know what they thinking. Okay. All right. So let's get it. Yamina, you're ready. All right. See. But yeah, I hope that was helpful, sis. Yeah, I would like don't play, girl. I know maybe a little bit how you feel because I went through some shit with a school and they had me all the way fucked up. It was a mess. They tried it. But yeah, girl, no. Yes, you're welcome, sis. I'm wishing the best for you. All right now. Where we at? Are we at? Yeah, we're already 101. All right. So, Mina, you're up next. So, let's see. Where you at? Where you at? Mina. Okay. So, love spread. Okay. So, for your ex person, you no longer dream of your ex. Is this because you guys are disconnected? Interesting question. Y'all be asking some interesting questions for real. All right. Let's see. After permission has happened to both parties' energies, spirit is the reason why. Oh, never mind. They like healing. Try to flip out reverse, but I'm not gonna take it in reverse. This aloneness card keep coming out, child. He keep, which is the hermit in this deck. That card keeps coming out. It's the reason why Mina is no longer dreaming of her ex. Is it because they're disconnected? Is this a reason why she's not? Cards, table flyers drive me crazy. Nothingness is the Hierophant in this deck. Guilt with the Eight of Swords. And then the bottom of the deck is Moment to Moment, which is the Two of Pentacles. I feel like that is part of it. Yes. This person's energy, like sometimes they may not even be on your mind as much. It's like they're washed out of your consciousness. If you did something to cleanse your energy of this person, it worked. If you did like a head wash recently, maybe not even with the intent of not thinking about this person or dreaming about them, it worked. So like if you did like a head wash and you set an intention of clearing your mind of certain thoughts or negativity or attachments or whatever the intent was, it worked. So interesting. I do feel like part of it is because like they're that energy that they had maybe over you mentally more than anything. Something about with this conscious card. And if you look at this card here with the Eight of Guilt, it's all these like creepy, dark. They almost look like what's that movie called? Um, The Ring, but it's called something else. I can't remember the name of it, but it's kind of giving that dark energy, like taunting spirits, like whatever was attached, it's like it's not there. So the disconnect I do feel may have been mostly mental. Um, maybe even something to do with like your confidence in yourself. So there was some sort of like conscious clean or wiped clean of it. So the reason why you don't dream of this person because there is that disconnect there, yeah. And it feels like it's like the mental conscious state. So when you go into your subconscious realm, that person's energy is not dwelling there because they're cleaned out of the conscious. Like you may not think about them like that, or the thoughts that you have around them is not as limiting, like in a sense of making you feel confined or restricted or oppressed, depressed, or maybe you've had for a long time, maybe thoughts of guilt, like it's my fault that this didn't work out, or if I would have did this differently, or maybe it was something with me, like that consciousness, that way of thinking or connected to this person, that's not there anymore. It's wiped out. I would even say too, like there's a strong possibility um that there it could be a strong possibility too that your highest self, like you're already in the spirit realm, there's nothing going on with that, like it's not even a factor anymore, if that makes sense. So your conscious self, like in your waking life, like you might every now and then think about this person and wonder about them, but when you go into that dream state, then there's no attachment there. Does that make sense? So to answer your question, I feel like yes, or just a little bit more to it. Okay. All right, that was interesting. That's an interesting question, actually. All right, is this because, oh, I already read that. How does this other person, how does your crush feel about you? How does your crush feel about you? Thank you, Spirit, for divine guidance and clarity. Thank you, divine Spirit, for divine clarity. Permission to tap into the person's energy, the crush in question. How does this person feel that she needs to know? Oh, hold on, this card. Guidance came out again. I don't know why I feel guided to take that card. It's sticking out. Okay. I'm just gonna put this one at the bottom of the deck. So flowering keeps coming out. Like her third time. Flowering. So you have guidance, compromise with the Six of Pentacles, the Mind card, the Outsider with the Five of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands with experiencing. So this person could be like asking around about you, or maybe asking people just in general, like maybe not telling you, like, or telling people who you are, but just like asking friends maybe that don't know you, like what they should do, kind of trying to get some advice on how to move forward. I feel like both of you guys may be doing this, trying to fill each other out, maybe through other people or just getting guidance, maybe similar to just a reading for you. Maybe this person is actually going to like a friend or someone that they trust, someone that they confide in often. They might be like really in their head, like trying to figure something out. So I feel like this person has a mutual attraction and interest in you as well. I feel like they get stuck in their head, like they think too much into this. They may feel like it's kind of hard to kind of surpass maybe whatever it is that they perceive as like some sort of block, something that kind of gets in the way of being able to approach this in the way that they would want to, or in a way that maybe is easier in other situations when they're interested in someone. It's like there's that block there. So definitely could be, the work situation or what have you. Like that could be part of it. There's some sort of restriction that they're perceiving, but I don't feel that it really is I don't really feel like it is something that's really truly a barrier. There could be some inner child wounds around rejection, like their little self, like their inner child self may have dealt with some level of rejection, or feeling as though if something stands in my way, then it's not something that I should pursue. or as a child, maybe they were told, um, like if something stands in the way, then don't go for it, or if it's too difficult, too challenging. Because it's like the opposite. Some people will teach you that nothing, nothing that's worth it comes easy. Where some people might be like, if it's a headache, if it's a stress, then why do it? Or if you got to go through these obstacle courses and they never got any reward out of it, it's kind of that fear of like, okay, if I confront what I believe is a barrier and there's no reward in it, then I would have just played myself, you know? So I feel like this person has some sort of block around that. Hmm. Person's experiences may have shaped the way that they like their faith level, their faith walk sometimes could be very weak, or when it comes to the matters of the heart, like when it comes to love, or when it comes to, yeah, putting their heart on the line, their faith level is not really high. It's kind of like a low, something that they're going to have to work through. But as far as like how this person feels about you, I do feel like there is an interest. It's a mutual interest towards you. This person does find you to be very attractive. This person feels like you have a positive energy that you bring. Um, they may find your energy to be very nurturing. They love something about your style, your creativity. You do have the Empress with creativity at the bottom of the deck. Kind of similar to Paulus's energy that's kind of coming through. I don't know if you were listening to her reading, but these two cards have a similar essence to them. They both give that divine feminine energy, that nurturing, very lively, um, calming, a safe space, a light. When they come into a space in a room, they add to it. They don't take away from it. They add something beautiful to it. And that's how I feel like this person feels or sees you as well. Okay. All right. Now, y'all coworkers. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So that could be that little barrier that, this person feels like, oh, I don't know how it's gonna work, how it's gonna happen. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, sis. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And yeah, I think you gave me a little bit more. I appreciate that. I don't know if that's what you meant to do, but I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Okay, Miss Rosie, you're up next. Miss Mel, you are after Miss Rosie. All right, so hopefully that resonated. All righty, let's see. Rosie, is that a 7-3 or yeah, 7330? So 11330. Oh, a love spread. Okay, sorry about that. Um, is it for the crush? Hold on. Okay, I'm confused. Which one? The crush was the love spread? I just want to make sure because I'm confused. For both. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm so confused. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, Mel, I got your question. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm going to tap back into X. Okay. Venus X in question. What does she need to know? Mhm. Okay, that's bittersweet, forgiveness, growth, despondence, and dissipating with passion at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I feel like this person is someone that you did have a lot of vision for, someone maybe that you saw this future, maybe like getting married, growing old. Um, yeah, specifically something about growing old. So this particular ex, I do feel like there is this bittersweet separation between the two of you, like spiritually. Um, as you grow, as you level up spiritually, this girl is presenting a birthday cake, it looks like, to this other girl in the sky. So it's kind of like meeting two parts of yourself. Like as you progress, as you age spiritually, not physically, like not specifically saying like, oh, when it's your birthday aging, but like your spiritual growth level. It's like a bittersweet energy because there's some aspect of this connection with this person that resonates with a certain part of who you were, who you used to be, if that makes sense. So that resonance is not there anymore. So I do feel like this person, he may be still kind of like at this baby stage within himself, within his journey, maybe with his spiritual growth. Whereas like you've graduated past that, you guys might have been at that baby stage together, if that makes sense, or certain levels of understanding your journey or connection with this person, and then with you and your own selves and your own journey might have related at a certain time, but it's like you progress past that. So it's like forgive this person, give this person that forgiveness to free yourself too, that this person may be at this baby stage or they have not grown with me, so I'm not going to take it on a, because on a spiritual level you can understand that, right? And then on a physical level you can look at it and take it, this person is acting a certain way, this person acts like they are not interested, or they're no longer interested, or they're not putting in the proper amount of effort or work, or this person has gone off with somebody else. And just because somebody's gone off with someone else does not mean that you're not good enough. That could be that, whether that's a positive thing that they're with someone that matches their level, meaning the good thing is like if it's a good level, like they're both in a healthy connection with each other, they're vibrating on the same, they're compatible, they complement each other well, they pour into each other, like positive things that make a healthy relationship. Or is it one of those situations where they're vibrating on a low vibrational level and they can kind of get along with each other's traumas and settle for that bullshit, whereas like your energy is not in that anymore, or you just outgrown each other, you want two different things in a good way, like we might be good people but we're just not for each other type of thing. Or it's like I want something that's healthier and you cannot provide that to me because you're not in a healthy state with yourself, right? So there's some sort of forgiveness when it comes to the human self of this person, because in truth of it, in the higher level of things, the spiritual level of things, this person is at some sort of baby state. They're sleeping. They're still asleep. You don't have time to babysit this baby. This baby is not your baby to babysit. It's nobody's baby. Like no other woman should be trying to coddle and Kate. Like this person has to, the nurturing that they seek or the growth that they seek, it has to come from divine self within, with God source. So there's some sort of disconnect even with this person when it comes to their spiritual relationship with themselves. um yeah, so this is about growth. Like you're birthing something out. It's so a lot of references to babies, birthdays. This, it looks like a hospital, like a waiting room. Yeah, it says emergency room at the top. So like while you're mending and healing yourself, while you're going through that spiritual surgery of healing and getting your body and getting your heart and your mind and your soul corrected, you're growing. You know, sometimes it could feel as though like there's a loss here, there was a lack here, and maybe you're still processing in that, you're still healing that when it comes to this person. You may feel like you've wasted your time sometimes, or this might remind you of certain connections or situations where you felt like, you've wasted your years, your youth, your time. You might look at your younger self and say, or the self that was relating to this person, and look back and be like, oh, I could have utilized that time in other things or someone else. But I wouldn't get caught and stuck in that energy of feeling like you've wasted your time, you've wasted your years, or too much time or precious time on this person, because you still have time and you're not going to be by yourself. You're not going to be alone, you know? So I'm going to pull one more card from this deck. I'm going to actually pull, before I do that, let me clarify these cards with this deck. Anything else she needs to know about the ex in question? Projections. Yeah. Playfulness, laziness. Yeah. Girl. Understanding and sharing. Queen of Wands. This is another favorite deck or card of mine. So abundant. She has all these fruits and vegetables on this plate. She has flowers behind her. She has flowers in her hair. She has gold, beautiful dress, a candle. So like your light, like maybe you had to go through this and grow through this connection with the projections. You see how they're looking at each other, but their projections is like like the energy is speaking another language. It's something else totally different underneath the surface. And so there might have been parts of you that did resonate with this person that weren't the most healthiest. Sometimes it could have felt like the real thing, like you were looking at someone that was your future, was your one. Um, but sometimes that's just an image or something that we place on another person. This card represents the Seven of Cups in this deck. The playfulness is like, yeah, it could have been all fun and games in the beginning, or something that was passionate in the beginning, but this is clownery. This is clown shit, right? Laziness, the Nine of Cups. This person benefited more from the connection than you did, most definitely. Where this person kicked their feet up. This person was not contributing. That happens a lot in connections like this. Like, they don't be contributing a damn thing. They just be laying back, laying in the shade with a glass of lemonade. Little Kim says, I'd rather get paid just laying in the shade with a glass of lemonade. Who wouldn't? But yeah, like when it comes to connections, like you can't just think you can just sit back with your feet and kick back and just waste people's time and energy. And I feel like this person benefited more than you did. Um, the understanding of that is like, we might have been two caged birds, at one point, afraid to branch out, afraid to come out of our comfort zones and get out of that fixed place that we're used to. But I got to fly high. And this person may still be stuck in that cage, and that's not you. You have things that you're supposed to give and to share and contribute. You have a lot to give. You have a lot of energy, but not to waste it on anything or anyone that is not going to give back and appreciate what you have to offer and give. And that could be the major blessing and lesson. The trust card is at the bottom of the deck. So your level of trust, that your leap of faith in love is not to diminish the love that you gave. It's like, some things we are guided to leap forward in and to trust and just go with the journey. And as long as it's feeding us in a healthy way, it's beautiful, but until it's not. And when it's not, it's time to pull out. Boundless spirit. Your only limits are the ones you place on yourself. Free, breakthrough, and steps. So I feel like that's the major lesson. And then even with this person, like you may have be teaching them or showing them or have shown them that their limitations are within themselves, and to break free out of that, get out of those cycles. Okay. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I'm like, this don't sound right. I know this number don't make sense. It don't add up. So my bad. I was confused. Okay. If my camera is acting all glitchy, I don't know why, because I have the Wi-Fi on. This is a nightmare on Elm Street. Okay. My bad, y'all. All right. Miss Rosie. The timestamp, I think, is 5:48. So that should be 85, should be, is it 25 minutes, right? You're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, let's go. Okay. I believe 85 minutes is 1 and 25, right? 125. I think so. Okay. So, Rosie, your question is any advice as you guys are apart during Venus retrograde? Oh, hell. What's with this Venus? Oh, goodness. Okay, yours is a love spread too. Okay. All right. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, divine wisdom, truth, and clarity. Thank you. Thank you. What's the message? What's going on? The separation. Advice, guidance. What does she need to know? What does she need to know? Success, courage, the Fool, the energy, the advice, the guidance. Okay, I'm gonna take this one because it wanted to come out. The Lovers. Okay, what do you know? At the bottom of the deck, you have exhaustion with the 9 of Wands. Okay. So during this, it may actually bring you guys to a healthier medium in your relationship, some sort of choice to show up. So your person, I feel like, may need some sort of, like, maybe both of you may need some sort of mental break, you know. Could be like a heavy energy, like heavy pressure, a lot of stress on both of you, maybe individual things going on, maybe not solely surrounding your connection. It could be just like separate things going on, and or maybe addition to your connection. So I do feel like there's a level of bravery that this person needs to have at this time, because maybe your person feels incapable of something. They're questioning, maybe they're questioning their ability in some sort of way. There's a new beginning on the other side for this person. I feel like they see the success and the blessing in that. And it's like they're stuck comparing where they are versus where they're potentially going to go. And for them, like, yeah, it looks good. It sounds good. This person has a lot of wounds when it comes to believing and trusting in themselves. So with this card, like the hands over the head and over the stomach, to me, that's like their thought, their process, the way that they think, see things, their faith, um, even their intuition and their confidence, the confidence to believe and trust in themselves, to trust what they see, their visions that they see, and not get so caught up on comparing, like, oh, where I'm at and where I've been, this is like what's most realistic. And if it's something that I see beyond that, that seems very positive, very promising, I'm going to look at it as just like a pipe dream, something that's not really feasible. You know, it's just something that I'm just fantasizing. I'm just being delusional here, type of thing. So I feel like your person has that block on them sometimes, where they can see the good in something, but they'll equate that good to possibly like too good to be true. Which is delusional. But some people, it's a wound that needs to be healed. Um, but whatever this separation is, like, it does feel like it's going to bring the two of you closer. With the Lover's card here as the last card. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Your divine wisdom, truth, and clarity. What does Rosie need to know during the separation with her person? Okay, cards is just flying out. Yeah, they may have a moment where that inner child, because there could be, you see this baby, and it's not like people that are don't really have a lot of clothes. Sometimes it's seen as like a poverty thing, but sometimes that's just like, no, we just natural, we just existing. We don't need all the clothes and the flashy things and all of that. But I do feel like this baby does represent a lack sometimes. So in this instance, I can see how maybe the inner child does feel that sense of lack and has become accustomed to that and believes that. Um, yeah. Oh, okay, I see. We moved or separated because he had to move back before me. I helped him move, but he had to come back to AZ to finish my lease. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. You have trickery, self-worth, and destiny. Yeah, so like this new beginning, I feel like he's scared. He is. He's scared, but there's some sort of like awakening that he's going to come into and see that whatever it is that he perceives as, yeah, self-worth, this shit makes sense. So yeah, the separation isn't a negative, obviously. Like you said, it's more so of like getting everything in order for your move. I do feel like this move thing is exciting for him. It's something that represents a new cycle, new beginning, something good. But there is this fear of failure though for him. So when you guys do come back, it's going to be a stronger connection because I feel like his heart is going to be more open. In order to even embrace good things, you have to be receptive. Your heart space has to be open in order to receive. So if he's in this place where he doesn't believe that he's worthy, or this isn't going to work out, or am I going to be able to maintain this or keep this going? He's going to confront that. I feel like there's going to be some sort of moment for him with his inner child that confronts these things, which is actually a beautiful thing because it is destined for you guys to move forward in this direction together. It speaks of something you might be more so on board with it mentally, like you're not really hung up or stuck in. Is it possible? Is it, this, and it's like you don't have that block there. Whereas I feel like they have to work through their block. They have to work through it. And as long as they get past that, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. I love it. It's gonna work just fine. So whatever this person tripping off of or like afraid of, he's going to feel like embrace it through some sort of inner child wound. Like once he faces it and sees that it's all just a trick, it's something keeping him. It's gonna be a beautiful alignment after. I see that. Yeah, so this looks like some good shit now. Come on now. Let's see what else wants to come out. And that's crazy. Like now I'm learning that I mean, I've always known that Venus retrograde doesn't always have to be a negative thing, it can actually be a good thing. But I've never thought about like separations that happen during Venus retrograde not being like a negative separation, like a breakup or oh, we need to take a break. Like I've never I've never heard of that before. So that's interesting. I mean, not saying that that doesn't happen, but like with Venus retrograde in mind, if that makes sense. That's interesting. Okay. So you have deep waters. Step out of your comfort zone. See? But this is not really, I mean, if you feel like it's for you to, then take it. But I feel like this is your person's energy. It says, step out of your comfort zone, explore new depths, prospects, absorb, and action. So it could be something that you take from this as well, during this like period apart, that you do take something with, the blessing and stepping out of your comfort zone through this connection, through this journey. So awesome. I think it's all good. So yeah, it looks all good to me. Yeah. So I love it. All right, sis. I hope that was helpful. You're welcome. I appreciate you as well. Thank you so much. All righty. So, last but not least is Mel, right? I appreciate y'all. Like the last on the list is always like the patience is really tested sometimes, right? It can be very tested. All right. Well, let's go ahead and Mel's reading. Where we at? I think we're at 97 minutes now. I think so. Or is that 8? I can't tell. Hold on. My eyesight be shit. Cause that like yeah, that's 97. Okay. So 137 and 31 minutes. Okay. Or seconds, sorry. 137. All right, we ready. We ready. Okay. So Mel, your questions are: what is this person's intentions or feelings and intentions for you now? All right, that's your first question. Clear up previous energy, spirit. Ask for permission to tap into Mel and her person of interest. Energy of their connection, their exchange, what you want her to know. As far as this person's feelings and intentions for her now, Spirit, reveal this person's true feelings and intentions towards Mel. This person's true feelings and intentions. Person's true intentions and feelings. Abundance, healing, ripeness. I love the King of Pentacles in this deck too. Like I love his setup. It's so chill. So yeah, you have abundance, healing, ripeness, slowing down, the Master card again, and success at the bottom of the deck. So this person's feelings, I do feel like you are helping this person maybe to see something about themselves, like in a positive way. This person could be more open. So there could be some healing in the heart space or just like a receptivity, more so to accept or embrace maybe change. Um, I do feel like this person is like real relaxed and chill in this connection. They do feel pleased with what is. This person's intentions, I feel like, are is to take it slow, but not. I don't feel like it's to waste your time. I feel like this person feels like they need time to like master some things within themselves or to level up or grow up in a way. And I feel like the area that they really most definitely want to is when it comes to maybe acceptance. Could be self-acceptance. Interesting. It could be self-acceptance, but it could be a mixture of self-acceptance and maybe like getting to a place where they feel um like the world around them, like they're in a comfortable space. So that could be a little bit tied into finances, maybe like their material things. It doesn't have to be like extra flashy, but just like a comfortable space. Like let's say like I want to make sure that, I have, my car is taken care of. They may not be like, oh, I gotta have this type of car or this type of house or this type of lifestyle, just the bare minimal like life necessities. They want to make sure that they're able to be on that healthy side of life. They want to be comfortable. This person's real chill, real laid back, I feel like. Um, when they're not being their authentic self, that's when they may project or put on a show for people, projecting to be something that they feel like people want them to be, that's not organic or not true to who they are, if that makes sense. So, yeah, this person, I feel like their intentions is to take things slow so that they're able to be where they want to be with themselves, whether that's like a healthy medium or it's like it's something that's unnecessary or it could drag the process along, make you feel like you're wasting your time or your energy on this person. But no, I don't feel like their intentions are negative. I feel for the most part like they don't have any intentions, I feel like, to rush anything romantically, but there is they do enjoy the connection. They do enjoy the exchange. I feel like they are pleased with it. They feel good about it. So let's see. Second question was, what has he said in conversations with his close circle about you? What has this person said? Conversations with his close circle about this person in question. Spirit, what do you want her to know? What do you want her to know? What do you want her to know? Okay. I talk about sometimes being like a little bit in his head, um, kind of maybe being a scared, like being scared. Scared. I was trying to say afraid and scared at the same time. Hey Tamia. Yeah, the list is still open. I'm still reading. Um and hey, by the way, hey sis. I feel like because I try to say two words at once sounds so stupid. But maybe the ways in which like he's afraid to fully like somebody, get to know someone, because there is this fear of if I date multiple people and something bad happens, it's not really a loss because they're celebrating in the rain. So I feel like metaphorically, like if this person wants to talk about you, it would be more along the lines of a little bit of being afraid of, something happening. Like it's weird. Like when someone sees something good happening, they fear the good because it's like, well, what if it doesn't last? Like when you see a beautiful flower, right? And you're looking at it and you're marveled by the beauty of this flower, but eventually it's going to die, right? Or it's a potential that other flowers could grow from this, you know. But this person, I feel like, has that fear of something being good and then it not working out because they're used to connections maybe where they could date multiple people. And if it doesn't work out with those multiple people, it's like, whatever. I didn't really get my hopes up in that anyway. I knew it was going to rain anyway. Um, so I could still have a good time in it because it's not going to last anyway. What in his head with the schizophrenia card, you have the mind and the schizophrenia. It's like he may think deeply into his fears, like overanalyze the fears. Okay, thank you, sis. Like a heavy analyzation, like um thinking too deep into things that haven't even happened, or just thinking the worst. Like whatever those things in his, like those thoughts, those intimate thoughts are shared with people that he trusts. Um, he's maybe most vulnerable and most open, most innocent with those that he confides in and trusts, like his friends or a family member or something that he trusts. But when it comes to you, maybe you bring out this side. This is like an older man that still has kept his innocence, still keeps that purity, still finds beauty in life and the simplistic things. Like, this grasshopper landing on his finger to him is like a joy. It might be something that he finds is like a divine synchronicity or blessing or God speaking, finding the beauty in it and not thumping it, going, oh, get off of me. But that beauty. So like you may put them in a spot like that where they feel connected in a way that maybe they feel like, oh, that's so corny, that's so embarrassing, but it's actually a beautiful thing too. So in short, that's what I'm getting. I hope that was helpful. All right. Okay, that was your read, sis. Much love to you. I appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and move on to Miss Tamia. Much love to you, sis. Thank you for donating. Thank you for hopping on so late, y'all. I appreciate it. All right, Tamia, you have a love spread. Let's do it. And your timestamp is at a 6. Is that an 8? Hold on, I can't see that. 106. So that's 46, 146, and 54 seconds. Okay. All right. So your love spread. Let's see, who is it for? Who is it for? Okay. Let's clear out previous energies and messages for Tamia. Person of interest asks for permission to tap into both parties' energies for the sake of what she needs to know, what she needs to see, what she needs to know, what she needs to see. Okay. Oh my gosh. Such an idiot. Dang it. I gotta remember that I have to pay my phone bill or I'm gonna be fucked. I forgot. Oh shit. What time is it? Okay. Got a little bit of time. Okay. All right. I just reminded myself. Silly. Hey, where's this person at? What's in here? Okay. Why the fuck does this card keep coming out? This is like the laziness card is just like they just send the politics with the 7 of Swords. So you have schizophrenia, which is the 2 of Wands. Yeah, laziness is the 9 of Cups. Existence is the Magician. Beyond illusion is the Judgment, and nothingness is the Hierophant. Yeah. Okay. So this energy, I do feel like you could be in your head, like wondering, like, this is the type of energy I feel like that happens often in connections where um the person is showing up doing the bare minimal to an extent. It's like to an extent of like where it's just enough to keep you satisfied, but you're not fully getting what you want and what you deserve. And the person knows that, they know what they're doing. They're benefiting more from the connection than you do, or they would if you engaged in it. It's like they would get far more out of it than you would. And so it does kind of give this energy of this person just kind of being. And then if you were to sit with yourself, because I feel like your spiritual team is like that time of solitude that you have for yourself when you really think about where it is that you want to be and what you desire out of your life. You have that time, that space where you're not distracted by this person or anything outside of you. You can just sit with yourself. In that moment of solitude, you're able to see beyond the illusion of the situation. You might even conclude that what you desire in love is like it's going to come from a clean slate, like you haven't even really created or even fully visualized what you want or what you could have. It's like if you did, maybe that previous vision you scraped that. It's like that's not what I really want, maybe because it resonated with a certain part of yourself. It's not what you want anymore. Okay, so it dissipates, it's gone. um I don't know. I feel like when it comes to this person, there's something about either the person or the energy of the situation with this person that doesn't fully represent something that you want. There's some sort of deception in it. There's some sort of, I don't know. It feels like a misalignment. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like something that is really like something is not what it seems here in a way that's not good. Like this person may be wearing a mask. They may project that they don't know what they're doing or they don't know what's going on sometimes. And I feel like deep down they know what they're doing. You might discover something about this person, or you just see the truth of their character in some kind of way that's revealed to you. Like you see them for who they are. Some kind of way their mask is going to fall. Yeah, this energy feels like a revelation, like you're parting ways, and maybe not just with this person. It could be like when you're not distracted by anybody, like it's just like you're able to be in that space where it's just you. It may be a short period of time, it could be a long period of time. It's up to you, like how whatever you feel led to do. But in this space though, it allows you to be present with your own energy and see what's going on around you. Like you're not in that illusion of something, because this person is, they're projecting something. Whatever they're projecting or whatever it seems to be, or however maybe you view this person, like something is completely different behind that mask. I feel like too, like this is so weird, but like sometimes I can see, and it's like it's a scary thing sometimes, that it's a gift too. So I can't just be like, damn. But sometimes I'll look at people, I could look at a person in person or look at a picture of a person, and I could automatically tell what they're projecting something. And usually when people, they might be brokenhearted, they could be depressed, and they might be smiling, but you can look in their eyes and see that they're not happy. You can look at couple photos and look at them and be like, they're not really happy. Like they're in the photos, and people be like, oh, they so cute together. I'm like, y'all don't see that shit. Like y'all don't see they're not connecting, or there's some sort of issue there. Like, not saying that people got to be smiling, cheesing from ear to, even people that cheesing ear to ear. I can look at a person in their eyes and tell that this person is like, they're not happy. I can look at pictures of myself at times and see like, yeah, I could tell I was going through something at that time. Like you could see it. And some people might look at it and just look at it from the surface, like, oh, that's a nice picture, but not look at a person in the eyes or like body language. Like it's everything. And some people really miss the little shit. There's something about this person where it's like you on the surface, it's showing you something, but it's deeper beyond the surface. And this person, I feel like they have some sort of deceptive energy to them, like something with the eyes. The eyes are squinted on this mask, and then this person's eyes look like serpent eyes, and they're squinted. This person's wearing sunglasses, so something about their eyes, their soul, something. If you look in this person's eyes, you'll see something. Or maybe you might not see nothing. Like I'll be looking at some mug shots of people, and you could tell there's nothing there. And then like when they're, oh, this person committed this crime, and I'll be like, y'all fucking surprised, like this person ain't got no soul, no energy, like that person's just not there. or their eyes are bugged out. They look hella crazy. Like, you can't tell crazy. Like, it's all in the eyes. And I feel there's something with this person, not saying that they're crazy or whatever, but it's something with the eyes that needs to be looked into. Miracle, quest, faith, perception, and instinct, self-worth. This connection is meant to, it's some sort of blessing in this though. This connection is meant for you in this journey, this divine quest that you're on. There's so many gems, so many nuggets and like things left for you that's going to help you on your journey. But the biggest thing when it comes to this connection with this person is teaching you your self-worth, to value yourself more, or in a way that maybe, you're working through, or in ways that maybe you don't see. Um, because spirit wants you to use your intuition and your instinctual nature, because I feel like this person does play in your face. Um, you know, I don't like it. I feel like this person gets away with stuff, and it's kind of like it's not blatantly in your face, but you have to really, your eyes have to be on it, on this person's eyes. Like when they're telling you something, it's like it's best to look this person in the eye. If there's someone that can't look you in the eye, or they always wearing sunglasses, or they don't want to be, it's something with this person. I always wonder why celebrities like to wear glasses and stuff in interviews, in the inside. Like, why are you wearing shades on indoors? Like, who the fuck wears shades indoors? And at night and shit. Like, either you're trying to hide something, or like, you, not saying that it's deception in a way of like you're a monster behind the shades, but like some instances, yes. But in some instances, like maybe you just don't want people to like see into you, like, and then obvious, like some celebrities, they have a persona, like that's their image, is their brand. That may not be the core of the self, right? So if I'm projecting something to you, I don't want you to look into my eyes. I'm presenting a character to you. It's something with this person's eyes. Okay. Your divine team doesn't want you to give up on love because a situation isn't working or didn't work, or because every connection has something in it that you can take and find the blessing and wisdom in it, if you really understood the assignment and the lesson. Two cards came out. So it says guiding light. Even when you feel lost, there is always hope, advice, direction, and faith. And then beyond compare, don't compare your love to anyone else. It is unique, special, blessed, and divine. So the love that is for you is, it's not something that you got to look out and compare. Like, your love journey is uniquely your own, right? Um, and what I feel like spirit is saying, because not to say like, oh, don't compare you, because oh, my homegirl's like, girl, he ain't treating you right, and all of a sudden like, well, you just don't understand our love. Like, no, it is not like that. Like, that's not the energy I'm getting from this. Because people that be saying you just don't understand our love is like, most of the time they're just trying to make excuse for a bad relationship. So I'm not getting that it's saying that, but it's like, your love journey is not meant to be like everyone else. And sometimes people that are doing everything like everybody else, they putting up with shit that they shouldn't, right? But because that's what they see on TV, or their parents have gone through this and that's my life story. I got to go through that too. My parents was in a struggle love. I got to be in a struggle love. Like, no, you don't. You know, if it's not healthy, if it's not a beautiful connection where two people love each other and you're just settling, it's like a Tyler Perry movie where the woman is just getting played and getting abused and lied to, and he a good looking man, but he ain't shit. Um, No, that's settling too. Struggle love ain't just because a man ain't got no money or something like that. Struggle love is anytime you're fighting for scraps to find a reason to stay or to make excuses why a person loves you and if they're the one. And no, you shouldn't have to like try to make it, or convince yourself or convince other people. You should just know, like, no, this person love me. They fuck with me. They like me. They like me. They love me, and they fuck with me. Not like there's no need to stay. The love that's for you is not going to be like anyone else's. It's uniquely yours and it's blessed and it's divine. God speaks through it. And I think about the vine and divine. Like vine is an extension of something that is growing. It's I feel like it's a message or an extension, like divine speaking through. Does it help you grow? Are you growing together? Or is it forcing you and pushing you in an uncomfortable space to have to grow in a painful sense? Or is it something where, because growth actually is painful. It is. It is painful. Anybody that's carried a baby child in their body and the baby is growing, like you feel the stretch in your body, you feel it. So growth is not always fun. It hurts sometimes. It hurts when you're outgrowing things. Like that's a part of growth. As you're outgrowing, you're growing, you're expanding. But if it's something that's painful and it's forcing you and pushing you in a way, like, and this person's not growing with you, you're not watering the garden together, your branches are not extending together, then that is how you know that it's not a divine connection, or one of the ways I should say that it's not a divine connection. So I hope that was helpful. Um, well, that was kind of heavy, but yeah, that's what I'm getting. You know, your seat, your sovereign seat of value and worth. Do you see it? Do you know it? Have you fully embraced that? I feel like this connection it will definitely be that catalyst to push you to that place of seeing, like, okay, where have I given up my seat? Have I given up my power, my worth to someone or something that doesn't really deserve it, doesn't know what to do with it? This person is like, they chilling, like whatever they doing, like they Stevie Wonder, they don't see the shit. All right, so that concludes the read. I hope that this message was helpful. I know some people might listen in on other people's reads, hopefully for good causes and not to be weird and sinister, but that you take something out of the messages for yourself that may be helpful or healing. Who knows? But much love as always. Y'all be blessed, be safe. And that concludes our live tonight. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me late at this time, at this hour. It's a blessing. It's a pleasure. As always, I will catch you guys in the next read, next post. Night.